One of them's a thumbs down emoji. One of them's a thumbs up emoji. On this, the Lonely Boy Hour. Hello, all of you lonely boys out there. And welcome to the Lonely Boy Hour, the podcast. We don't have a tagline. The podcast for all you lonely boys.
All the lonely boys out there. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
If you can't listen to this podcast with someone. If you're listening with a friend, you guys need to go into separate rooms, download the podcast individually, so that we get those sweet views. But I am Kelvin, aka the Noodle Doodler. Is that would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Zoe, also known as Trashy or Trash.
Is that how you pronounce it? I've been saying Trozzy this entire time.
No, it's Trashy, but
Trashy, okay.
however people say it, as long as you know that it stems from trash, so
Okay, so we're a couple of, if you're the one person who didn't find us from us telling you to listen to this, we're a couple of TikTokers, just a couple of shenaniganizers, really.
Just people who lip sync and talk at a camera stupidly for like 15 seconds to like a minute.
I mostly just yell a lot. That's what I'm worried about, is that people are going to see how unenthusiastic I am in this podcast. Because I really play it up on videos, because you gotta.
No, I feel that. I talk like super soft in my lives and then like yell randomly, so people hearing me just talking conversationally is probably going to be a little different for them.
Yeah, we gotta have that. You gotta have that sweet ASMR voice on live shows. I've been told. I haven't done it, but I've been told you're supposed to.
I don't think I hit that mark. I just sound like I'm like either yelling or like whispering, because I don't want anybody to hear me talking to other people.
I was actually, like, when I got my microphone, one of the first things I did was turn it to stereo mode and see how good the ASMR was.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah, this is as far as USB mics go, this is one of the best. But as you may recall, what I set up for us today, because we've never, Zoe and I have never actually formally spoken on the phone at any time. We talked for about 5 minutes and then started recording.
Yeah, we are almost strangers.
Yeah, we follow each other.
Yeah.
But I found a list of 43 icebreaker questions for kids, and I thought it would really get us to know each other, you know?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I did not read all the questions. I read a few questions, and I picked this one, and I really want a serious answer, because the first question is, would you rather be a narwhal or a unicorn?
Oh. Okay, well, that is a serious question, because they're both atomically similar, right?
Yeah, one's just horns. Like, I argued the narwhal is just the unicorn of the sea.
Right. But unicorns are extinct, and narwhals aren't. So, would I rather be dead?
Yeah, I guess
or
I didn't
in
think
the
about
water.
That. I don't know. Well, I'm not a big fan of the water. Like, I feel like everyone else likes swimming more than I do.
I'm a fish. I could live my entire life in the water. I'd probably be a narwhal.
Okay, I'm going to take a unicorn just because I feel like, either I'm dead, fine, or I get to be this magical creature that's like the one of its kind, and I get to be special.
Right. No, I love
so this
that.
This is also, reminder, these are for like children.
No, I love it. I have them. I'm like about as smart as a fourth grader, so we're good there.
I love this list because it gives an example of when to use these icebreakers, and it's like, birthday parties, youth groups, the first meeting of a new club, the first practice for a new sport, good old play groups or play dates, meeting new neighbors, connecting with your friends from other towns or schools, or extended family gatherings.
Wait, extended family gatherings?
You know, you go through a whole family reunion, you all sit around, you just answer these questions.
I feel like that's a good way to get to know the cousins that you, like, grew up with. Or if you didn't. Like, I didn't grow up with my cousins really, so, like, yeah, I get to know my cousins for the first time. Do some children's icebreakers at 22 years old.
I want to say my mother has 8 siblings, so I have so many cousins, it hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot. So this next question's also pretty good. Would you rather be a ninja who thinks he's a chicken, or a chicken who thinks he's a ninja?
So I'm gonna go with the childhood memory of mine and pull a Perry the Platypus on this, you know?
Oh
And
shit! I didn't even think about that.
I'm gonna be a chicken who thinks I'm a ninja. Because
But
that's
it says thinks you are, so you wouldn't actually be a ninja, but you'd really try.
right. But I don't have to be a ninja. I just have to think I'm a ninja. So I think I look really cool, right? I think that I'm like super stealthy, and I'm just a chicken.
Yeah, you're just a regular old chicken. So this next one, I'm going to look something up real quick because I don't know what it is.
Oh no.
Which is, would you rather be a troll or a Bergen?
What's a Bergen?
Or Virgin? I don't know.
A Bergen.
Let's see. Oh, have you watched the movie Trolls?
Yeah, it's the one with all the sparkles and the glitter and like the one dude who I actually recognize, and I'm like, that would be me in this movie.
They're the one who doesn't sing except he does.
Yeah.
They're the things that eat the trolls.
Oh, I would be a virgin that eats the trolls. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to. Well, no. If you remember, they eat the trolls because that's the only way they can be happy, and the only way I'm happy is when I'm eating. So it just makes sense.
Yeah. So that just makes sense. So yeah.
So this next question is very important. Would you rather wear underwear outside your pants or on top of your head?
Okay. So do I want to be Captain Underwear or just somebody who looks weird? Probably Captain Underwear. I'd wear it on my head. I have some pretty nice underwear. I would rock that as a hat.
Now here's how I see it. So I work at a gas station because TikTok doesn't pay me that much, and
it doesn't pay anyone that much.
It really doesn't. Especially now, like they just did a thing that really messed it up where you can't do reaction lives anymore, which is how everyone made their money. People see me from the waist up, so I feel like I could wear underwear over my pants and no one would be the wiser. Because that's the only time I even wear pants is when I leave for work. I'm at home I'm in my underwear right now recording. It's fine.
See, I'm fully dressed, but only because I took my partner to work today. But I'm wearing a shirt that says "You guac my world," and of course, it's got avocados all over it. So
that's adorable. What happened was I was like, I want to avoid background noise. So it's right before. So I turned my AC up to like really cold, and then I turned it off right before we started filming. So I'm just almost naked in preparation for the ever rising heat.
You're gonna be like the frog that they throw in the boiling water and it slowly raises the heat, and you don't jump out because you're both podcasting and you don't realize it's getting hotter in the room.
Oh yeah,
basically,
it's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be good. We don't have AC, so I'm just used to the heat and burning temperatures.
Oh, I'm just spoiled. I'm upper middle class flex on you.
Oh, I wish. I was at one point in my life, not anymore though.
Middle class flex on you. Okay, this one's, I don't even really know what to do with this one. Would you rather be the thumbs up emoji or the high five emoji?
Oh, neither. I want to be the thumbs down emoji.
That's so negative. You're such a pessimist.
No, see, here's my reason though. I want to be that person that sarcastically puts is thumbs down at everything.
Okay.
So I
was
guess
gonna say that's such a pessimist.
I mean, also does embody me as a person, but I guess a high five because I like to get hit on. But
nice. That's nice. That was good pun work. I'm gonna give you credit on that one. I would also be the high five emoji just because I want to be voice acted by James Corden. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Oh, that's not I would enjoy that.
Yeah. He was the best. I'm trying to say that there's a good part of the Emoji Movie. Let me try that again. He was the best part of the Emoji Movie.
Listen, I didn't mind the Emoji Movie for what it was, a big advertising campaign.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't hurting anyone, but it was really just a shitty movie.
There's a lot of plot holes.
Are we swearing on this, or do I have to censor that?
I mean, I don't care. I probably won't. If you want me to censor myself, I probably wouldn't be able to, for being honest.
Okay. For fuck's sake, I've been trying. Cool. Let that out. Cool. I'll just put the explicitcy tag on the podcast. It's fine.
It'd be great. I mean, people hear worse every day, sitting on the bus to go to, classes and stuff, so.
You gotta go to old school. Okay. So, okay, would you rather take over the world or save the world from an evil villain takeover?
Okay, so this is This is a great question because my friends and my family, they all know me as that person that if I got superpowers, I would be a supervillain because I want to take over the world and make it a utopia that I foresee being the perfect situation. So I would definitely take over the world.
Yeah, see, now it's funny because I'm in a very similar position with all of my friends, where I'm convinced that I'm the greatest person on the planet and I will run it better. Damn it, it's not actually true, but I will try. So I would also take over the world. So we need to hope that I'm going to ask that question to every guest we ever have, and just hope that one of them says that they'll save the world from us.
So we can be arch enemies of that person. I like that idea.
Yeah, this podcast is actually step one on my take over the world plan. Well, step two. Step one was get popular on any social media, and TikTok worked.
See, it works.
We're moving our way up.
So I mean, it's the Vine of the world right now. So, you know, you got that going for you. People think that Vine was pretty popular. So hopefully TikTok doesn't die and we all survive and become.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with TikTok versus Vine though. On Vine, if you were a Viner and then you like made a YouTube video, people would go watch that. There is no crossover on TikTok. What's his name? Enoch True has like 5 million followers on TikTok. He shills his YouTube channel all the time, and it only has like 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I'm moving to the YouTube life, and I don't expect to have any followers, but I'm gonna enjoy it. So,
I need to get back to it, but I low-key moved away from the YouTube life to start TikTok.
I like the YouTube life in the idea that like I don't have to post something every single day, and that I could actually reasonably get paid for it if I wanted to. And also, people watch YouTube like on their televisions, and I want to see myself on a flat screen TV. That's just a little thing that I want.
I just like want a viral video that'll just show up somewhere, and I'll be like, "Oh God, it's my face." I'm still holding out. Every time someone makes a video about TikTok, I'm always like afraid because I'm just getting at that point where I might show up in the video.
Yeah, I want to be on a TikTok commercial. That's all I want because those are those are so bad.
I know.
I want that level of bad.
Listen, listen. That's the plan for this podcast. Is since we're advocates for TikTok, eventually TikTok will have us both be like, "Hi, we host a podcast."
TikTok sponsor us.
This video, dude. TikTok will ByteDance. Email us at lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. Yes, I made an email. I was gonna shill it at the end, but it's fine.
Wait, we have a Gmail? Oh, I'm
made
ready
a Gmail.
for that.
I'll send you the password later.
I love that.
Yeah, just because I want people to be able to send us like messages, recommendations, legal threats, whatever they need.
Legal threats. I'm here for the legal threats. I want to get sued.
Yeah, that's what we're on this podcast for.
Right, exactly.
So this next one is such a no-brainer for me. Would you rather be stuck at school forever or stuck in your house forever?
Ooh, I gotta think about that. Okay, what would your answer be? I want to hear your.
So now here's the deal. I live in a decent-sized house, so I can have guests over. Okay. I got Blue Apron, hashtag not sponsored, so I don't like have to. And also I can just order groceries. If I was making enough money from like TikTok and who knows, maybe one day this podcast, I could easily just stay at home for the rest of my life.
See, I don't have Blue Apron. You're flexing that middle class on me again.
I'm sorry.
No,
middle class. We just can't stop.
I'm upper lower class, so it's fine. I'm not that far away. I'm shooting for that middle class goal.
Lower middle. So we're just like the only difference between you and me is a Blue Apron subscription.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I would want to stay. Well, are we talking like this is for kids? But are we talking like college school? Like a college building?
That'd be interesting, because I went to a very nice university where you could probably live there.
Right. My university is pretty decent. I would probably say
Ready for another flex. I went to the California Institute of Arts, but I don't go there anymore. So I don't know if I'd just be thrown in a random school or if I get to go back to that one.
Right. That's a nice school. I'm just stuck at little old Eastern Michigan University. Just graduated, actually, so I guess I'm not technically here anymore. But I think I would want to be stuck... If it was in a school, probably like probably McKinney Hall or Porter Hall here on campus, because there's like some good food options there. And the rooms are pretty nice. I could probably set up a really nice living space in one of the offices if I wanted to.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't specify if it's like your school or just any school. I'm gonna email Love to Know with complaints.
It's not specific enough.
Hey guys, listen, you guys need to, for your question for children, I need you to specify better. We were two fully grown adults in our 20s trying to answer these, and we got confused.
All right, there's too open-ended. We need more structured questions here.
I can hear my cat. I don't know if it's going to show up in the podcast. My cat can hear me in my closet, and I forgot to think about that, so she tried to get in for a second.
That's adorable. I have a cat. He's outside the door there. He's probably screaming, but, you can't hear it because
I should have locked my animals out of my room, but I didn't think to do that, so I guess we're just gonna have to live with that this episode.
It'll be fine. It's good background
Jesus,
noise.
She attacked my foot underneath the fucking closet door.
That's fantastic.
Okay. So, would you rather live in a world made entirely from Legos or cartoons?
Oh, Legos, but what if somebody knocked a Lego down, accidents? Everyone would just be walking over Legos. Anytime something broke, it would be like the worst experience of your life. You just step down, it'd just be agonizing pain because you stepped on a Lego.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Legos. Because I want to see people in that agonizing pain.
Oh, Jesus. I was going to say cartoons, because you can basically do whatever you want in cartoons. It's a whole new world. I can just keep walking if I don't look down.
I mean, do the laws of gravity and physics and stuff apply? Or is it just that the world is built of cartoons?
Most cartoons, they don't. I don't know what the rule. Again, I'm gonna need to email Love to Know with a bunch of complaints about their fucking children's questions.
we need better, less open-ended. They need to have stipulations underneath each question explaining what the exact physics of each question is.
Yeah, how is anyone going to enjoy this at a birthday party, youth group, or extended family gathering? How are we to enjoy that without all of these stipulations?
Right?
Okay, this is so, again, a no-brainer. Would you rather build a castle from ice or stone? I keep saying no-brainer, and then you don't know how to think about it every time.
Not I don't like being cold, so it is kind of a no-brainer, so probably stone. But I was just thinking about the fact that, I could live like Elsa.
It doesn't stipulate that you're Elsa, just that someone built you a castle made of ice.
I know, but I could live like Elsa.
I need to clarify that you have to build the castle. It says, would you rather build a castle, not have a castle? Stone. Yeah, I'm not working with ice.
Out of ice.
No, fuck that.
That's way too much work.
Now it's definitely a no-brainer.
Right.
Okay, what the hell is this? Would you rather be a member of the Incredibles family or the Weasley family?
Weasley family, what's that from?
The Weasleys are from Harry Potter.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking cartoon.
Famous series. J.K. Rowling, I think, is worth $1 billion.
I'm gonna have a bunch of angry Harry Potter fans yelling at me for not knowing the Weasley family. Probably the Weasley family. I know I didn't know what it was.
That's a bold move to assume we have a lot of fans.
Listen, no, okay, anyone that's a Harry Potter follower, though, anybody who's a fan of Harry Potter is gonna be like, wow, Zoe is trash. And I'd be like, yes, I am
J.K. Rowling is, in fact, worth roughly $1 billion.
Oh, God. I want to be worth $1 billion.
I don't even want it, I don't even care about money. I just want to be able to say I'm worth $1 billion.
I mean, how much did your degree cost you? Because your brain is probably worth that much, ish.
If we're going by that, I think my degree was about $150,000, or more.
Yeah, you have a pretty good priced brain then. It's pretty. Probably.
I mostly got scholarships and stuff, but other than that, wait, is there black market brains? That feels like the one thing you can't really get a transplant for.
I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure people do things with that.
I'm sure there's. Well, first off, I'm sure there's people who are into that. But also, I'm sure there's people who are convinced they're zombies and they buy brains on the black market or something. People are crazy.
I just found a Vice article that says the brain market: how to acquire brains both legally and illegally.
There's a legal way to do it?
I guess so. And the subheading says why it doesn't pay to be a brain dealer. So,
well, yeah.
Apparently, it's just not worth anything.
Okay, we'll have to read up on this for the next episode.
Right, we'll put a pin in that.
Yeah. So we're breaking away from Would You Rathers to Have You Evers.
Okay.
So, have you ever made a meal by yourself, Zoe?
Depending on what you constitute a meal as, yes, I can make some mean ramen noodles if I don't, overcook the noodles.
Okay,
I'm the worst
great.
cook. I'm the worst cook. How about you?
I'm a great cook. We're such polar opposites, man.
Well, yeah, you get that Blue Apron subscription. You have to be a decent cook
Yeah.
at least.
Oh, yeah. Thanks to Blue Apron, I'm a world-renowned chef. Please sponsor us. We need... Listen, I'm filming in my closet. Please sponsor us.
You don't even have to sponsor me. Just send me one box. And then
just send Zoe a box.
Then I can
just
say
send
I'm
Zoe
at
a
level.
box. So
We could bridge that gap.
The whole sponsorship is they just send us one box and we have to talk about it for half an hour.
I could do that. I could talk about how I screwed it up, even though it had specific instructions.
And then I'd be like, how could you screw it up with such simple instructions? I've been looking at, I don't expect to get sponsors anytime soon, but I've been looking at what we could get to sponsor us. All your fans want us to sponsor be sponsored by a water bottle company.
Yeah, and just not Dasani and Nestle. I won't take Nestle's money, but
Nestle. Yeah, I mean, who would? But I actually didn't know about the hydrate or dihydrate thing until after someone said that, and I was like, why would that be? And I scrolled through all your videos.
Yep, it's trademarked water, and then hydrate or dihydrate, and then sometimes it's hydrate and dihydrate kids, depending on what the video is. So
is that like a brand of water targeted to children?
No, it's just, you just gotta remind kids to drink their water or they'll die.
Yeah,
They'll die.
Listen, kids, do you want to dihydrate? I didn't think so. If you dihydrate, you can't ask all kinds of fun questions at extended family gatherings and new sports teams.
You can't do all those icebreakers that are so open-ended that we have questions and are confused by them.
Okay, so anyway, we're such opposites, you're bad. Listen, one of them's a thumbs down emoji, one of them's a thumbs up emoji on this TikTok podcast. I can see the dumb commercial now.
I love it. That should be our intro. That should be our intro for now on.
I'll just cut it back in. One of them's a thumbs down emoji. One of them's a thumbs up emoji. On this, the Lonely Boy Hour. It's gonna fucking send that back through to the beginning.
I love it.
Just have a different ridiculous intro every episode.
That's a great idea.
Okay, Trazi, have you ever sold something you made?
I have. I was selling art for a while. I used to do spray paint art on the side of inside buildings and outside of buildings for marketing and for just personal projects. So I guess it wasn't really sell something. It sold something I made for them, I guess. So yeah,
I sell my music all the time. I'm a composer. That's kind of my whole thing. I realize I don't talk about that much on social media.
I didn't even know that you composed.
It's okay. I found out that people didn't know I had a second job until recently. I work for a music studio, and I just can't film there, so no one on TikTok knew I had the job till I mentioned it in live streams.
That's crazy. See, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
It doesn't exist on TikTok, so it just doesn't exist.
You should totally send me some of your music. I'd love to listen to some
I'll
of it.
hook you up. I gotta make a theme for this podcast.
Yes, please.
I don't know what it's gonna. I don't even know the vaguest idea what it's gonna sound like, but I gotta. So Trazi, have you ever starred in a YouTube video?
Have I starred? No. Well, soon. Hopefully soon. Everyone should go check out my my YouTube that has nothing on it yet.
Or you could check out my YouTube and see all my old cringy videos at the Noodle Doodler.
Yeah, you can follow me at Trashy on YouTube, TikTok. Twitter is original Trashy because I couldn't get Tragedy. Somebody already owned it, so. Someone
already owned the Noodle Doodler, too. It was just like a snake that's also an artist, is like the image. But it's been inactive for 6 years, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to contact this person to see if I can get the username. Because they're probably dead if it's been 6 years since they looked on Twitter.
That's the same thing that's happening with my other username, so I'm just like, just slap original on there.
So on Instagram and Twitter, because they have both, I am just true nude dude.
You're the
Because
true nude dude.
well, because I have all my nude dudes. That's the name of my fan base.
Right.
I don't know what yours are, but
We don't have a name.
just a
We're
welcome
just trash.
back, you pile of trash.
Yeah, they're just trash. It's great.
I feel like that's already been taken. There was like a whole YouTube channel. There was a collab channel called Trash that was made by Tana Mongoose. I know that's not her name, but I don't remember how to pronounce her name.
Nobody has said anything yet, so it's just what it is. Once somebody comes to me and is like, "Hey, you stole this," I'll be like, "Heh, prove it."
Prove it. There's no timestamps on TikTok. You can't prove it.
You can't prove anything.
Okay. Now, Zoe, we're gonna get into some dangerous realms here. If you don't feel comfortable answering this question to the public, you don't have to. But
Okay.
have you ever stayed up past midnight?
Oh, I don't know. People might get upset with me. Yes, of course I have. What kind of college student hasn't stayed up past midnight?
Yeah, listen, I work overnight. I get paid to stay up past midnight by
Right.
like 7 hours.
So how long have you stayed up, like, consecutively? Like, what's the longest streak you've had going of not sleeping?
Oh, I'm such a baby. I need sleep all the time. I think the most I've done is like 30 hours. I hear people like, oh yeah, I've been up for 3 days straight. And I'm like, how the fuck are you alive?
Yeah, see, we're on the same page there then, because I have to sleep. If I don't sleep, I get slow, I get grouchy, I get, like, loopy, and I can't function. So once I hit about, like, 48 hours, about the 2-day mark, if I have not at least napped an hour, I'm done. Like, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I can't function in society. I'm just a literal blob of a human.
That's me after like any normal amount of day. I'm just a blob of a human in general. So we're gonna shift gears from risque, explicit content of staying past midnight. But
Okay.
have you ever imagined a new world?
A new world. I write novels. Okay, I write
dude,
amateur novels. They're not posted anywhere.
I'll send you my music. You send me your novels. We'll do a
goodness.
review next episode.
Sounds like a great idea. But yeah, I write novels. So yeah, all the time. I create worlds all the time, and then I quickly throw them in the trash because they're garbage. But I do. You gotta just sit there and daydream sometimes and think about what life could be like.
What could have been, man.
Right.
But anyway.
Have you?
So fun fact of the day that everyone on TikTok knows. I'm a D&D guy. I'm a dungeon master, which means that I make all of the rules and all of the world. I don't know if you've ever played D&D, Trazi, have you?
I do. I host, actually. I'm a DM as well.
Oh, cool. So, okay, I didn't know.
Yes.
So that means, we got to pull like my brother and me, and we need to do like a D&D show on the side.
I'm here for that. I've only been playing for like 2 years, and I'm not.
Well, I hope you know. I don't know if you watch My Brother and Me, but that's the Adventure Zone.
Yeah, I do. I love Adventure
Cool.
Zone.
I don't know.
They're good.
And I love My Brother and Me. They're both great.
Yeah.
Two very different shows, but they're both great. But yeah, I'm a dungeon master, so I make worlds all the damn day. I'm making a world right now just for like a TikTok game.
A TikTok game with like people from TikTok.
Yeah, because there's been this whole thing. Because I don't mean to flex, but I created a community called DM Tips. It was just like a show I made, and now it's got like 3 million views. That hashtag does. And all of the people on there have started doing like one shots and things like that. So everyone's kind of looking to me now and like, what are you gonna do? And so last time I made a video where I teased them with just 4 words, which is treasure hunt battle royale. And
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep it that yeah, it's enticing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. You don't know what that can mean anything. Well, that can mean like a select amount of things. Obviously, it's not gonna be like a cooking competition, like, or is it?
Or is it?
So that's the teaser. People are gonna hopefully eventually people will know what I'm talking about. I'll address it on the podcast, but not until I've actually announced it. So this is interesting because we both mentioned we have cats. So I want to exclude cats and dogs here. Have you ever held an animal with claws?
My family we had a wildlife rescue, so I've you had two raccoons that we raised. We found on the side of the road. I've had a squirrel. I have a squirrel right. Well, I have an outdoor squirrel right now. Who comes and spends time with me? Burtis. Burtis the
Oh yeah, I know
squirrel.
Burtis. That's
Yep.
Burtis is going to be in the art for the show. So if you're watching the visual version right now, you should see Burtis.
Yes. He's a lovely little bud. I think that's it though. I don't think I've most animals that we rescued didn't have claws. Possums, I guess we had possums, but mostly deer
That's
and like birds and stuff. Birds have claws. They have talons. So
so. I used to live near like a cat park.
a cat park
Yeah, it was like a wildlife reserve for just wild cats.
for feral cats. Okay.
No, not feral cats. I mean like different like not domestic cats. I mean big
Oh,
cats.
okay.
So I've got to pet a tiger before. That was exciting. And I give him a little hug. Not like a full on hug. It wasn't that friendly, but I got to touch it a lot, so I'm counting that.
Well, yeah, that's awesome.
Just a sweet little baby boy. That cat park turned into a full on wildlife reservation later in life, and it's the only time I've ever heard the sentence that someone got shot and a stray bullet missed and hit a camel.
That yeah, I
What are
don't
the
think I've
odds?
heard that anywhere else before.
What are the odds of a stray bullet on the west coast of the United States of America hitting a fucking camel?
Just taking that camel. Oh god.
It died 3 days later. It was real sad.
Oh, that's so sad though. Oh,
Holy shit! This is for children. And the next question is: have you ever coded your own game?
coded my own game. Define game. Cause I made have you ever played Kittens game? Do you know what that is?
That sounds
Or
familiar, but no.
a dark room.
A dark room.
They're 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 web games that you play in your web browser, and they're basically text like clicky clicker or cookie clicker, but like with text based story. And I
Okay.
made one of those in one of my simulation animation and gaming courses I took a few years back. So it kind of coded a game, kind of. It wasn't really anything. It wasn't anything special, but
I've started to code games before, but I've never finished anything
okay.
because I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to learn, but I just don't know. So I can only do so much, you know?
Right, right.
So this next question, again, this is for children. Have you ever built a robot?
No, I've never built. I feel like I don't have the technical skill to really build anything electronic. Technology hates me typically. As you saw earlier when we tried to start talking.
And it was just you couldn't hear me, yeah.
Yeah, my technology hates me, and anything that doesn't hate me gets a name. So probably could never make a robot, honestly.
So the next yeah, like I didn't answer the question. I was about to just move on. And leave the world in mystery of if I've ever built a robot. I know you've all been wondering since day one. If I saw,
Absolutely.
like, okay, this guy's lip syncing to Betty Boop by Charlie Puth. He's not even lip syncing, he's just doing jazz hands. That was my first video, by the way.
I love that.
I did not know how to do TikTok at that point. It's only been 4 months, and I know a lot more now.
Right.
But anyway, I used to have a robotics class in school, and I built a robotic dog, and I was so proud of it. Because it wasn't like a real, like it had wheels. It wasn't that cool. It wasn't like I wasn't that talented to make a full-on walking around robotic dog, but it had a list of commands it knew. So if I needed it, I couldn't like teach it a new thing. I'd have to program it a new command to do things. But it had this thing where it would when you spoke, it would get the general range of your voice. So it would like only listen. It would listen to people more and more the more it had like heard their voice. That was my like. It took me forever to do that, but that was like my like magnum opus of robotics was just a dog.
That's really cool. You don't have it anymore, do you?
No, it was the school. The school took it from me. Like,
Oh, how mean! They took your dog for you. That's
They took my.
That's
Well, they
not
needed
cool.
it for parts. Like we didn't
Oh,
get to keep the
jeez.
robots we made. So good old Fido, but with like a 1 and a 0 instead of an I and an O. Good old Fido. It's been disassembled since then.
Oh, that's so sad. Your
I
dog
think
was
I still have
disassembled.
like the files. So if I built a new one, I could just drop the programming in. I think I still have it on like a Google Drive somewhere.
You should totally do that.
I'll rebuild Fido.
I want to see Fido.
Yeah, I'll rebuild Fido. He will be born again. You mark my words. One day, when I can afford lots of robotic parts, I will rebuild Fido.
He'll be born anew.
So this is interesting because again we're adults, but I love that this is a question for children. Have you known a fact that your parents didn't know?
Known a fact that my parents all the time.
Yeah, no.
I mean, my. Not to throw trash at my family, not to tarnish their lovely reputation, but I'm pretty intelligent in comparison to some of my family. So I absolutely know more than my mother, especially, and sometimes my father ever knew, facts wise, and knowledge.
I'm kind of, like my parents aren't idiots by any mean of the word.
Right.
I'm just smarter than my parents, and that's fine. Like.
Right. I think that's where I'm at too. I'm like,
I'm not trying to chuck some shade at my parents or anything. They're pretty cool. I like them. I hang out with them on rare occasion because we don't live in the same area.
Are you better at with technology than your parents are?
Well, yeah, obviously. I've been like the tech support since I was like 9.
Well, you say obviously, but my mom is way better at cell phones than I am. But I even with my technological deficiencies, I can, work circles around her on a computer. But she is way better with phones than me.
Well, in that case, how many TikTok followers does she have?
None.
Oh, well, then you're obviously better. Like,
social media is different than phone technology, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She doesn't have the patience for social media.
That's fair.
Except for Facebook.
This is the last have you ever, and it's have you ever invented your own holiday?
Invented my own holiday? No, I don't think I have. I don't think that's something I ever did as a kid. Have you?
So I haven't either, but I'm gonna create one right now.
Right now? Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's do. Okay, so I'm gonna make it soon. May 20th, and this is basically just something I need to try. Is National Wear Pants All Day.
Wear pants all day. Well, see, I already did that. It should be wear pants or don't wear pants all day, depending on what normally do.
Yeah, okay. Wear pants or don't day. Where you just all day have to either wear pants or don't put pants on at all. May 20th, I said?
May 20th? Okay, I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
If you're, I'm going to advertise it on TikTok, but if you're listening to this before May 20th, either wear pants or don't. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Send us photos of you wearing
don't do
pants
that.
or not. Don't do that.
Don't send me pictures without your pants on. I don't want that.
I was joking. If you choose to wear pants, you can email us pictures of you wearing pants at lonelyboyhour@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Please don't send us pantsless photos. I was joking. I don't know how rabid our fans are. Maybe they would.
Well, see, don't send us the waist out. Just send us like top up, and we have to guess if
be
you're
like,
wearing
I'm
pants.
not wearing pants.
Yeah. Yeah, you can lie
Okay.
through your teeth. Just say, yeah, I'm wearing pants. But you're not at all.
Yeah. You could lie to us. Lie straight to our faces.
I'm here for it.
The last thing we want from this podcast is honesty.
Right. Everyone lies to me anyway, so what's a couple viewers, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll send you pictures on that day and be like, am I wearing pants? Find out. And you're like, can we just film the goddamn podcast? Like,
Right, yeah.
we're about to film. I know you're not wearing pants. Come on. I keep saying film, and I've been saying film for the last week. I was like, oh boy, I get to film my podcast soon. Everyone's like, you're not filming anything, right? And I'm like, shut up.
The video is all in your head. I just picture us sitting like across the table from each other having this conversation while I'm casually eating my Twizzlers, and you're just
That's what the art
pantsless.
is. Well, you're not eating Twizzlers, nor am I pantsless. I hope in the art. I haven't actually seen anything of it yet, but it is just us sitting across from a table and microphones. Is what I had the art. I asked the art to be. Okay, so we're moving away from would you rather's to if you were / if you.
Okay.
If you owned a television channel, what kind of shows would you play all day?
Oh, it would just be high people. People high all the time.
So there's actually like a college humor show about that, where
Yep.
it's like a combination of the game Werewolf or Mafia, whatever you called it, except instead of like people being werewolves, it's just like people being stoners.
Yep. Yeah, no, it would just be people high, like a sitcom, but like everyone's high all the time, and they just have to like survive through like life.
So I'd hire the TikTok news guy.
Oh, Connor Taz.
Yeah. And I would just, for 8 hours a day, I would just have him reporting live on any TikTok news.
I love that.
Then for the other 16 hours a day, it's just commercials. Because it's all about the Benjamins, okay?
Right.
Listen, I need something to fund all this like time I waste on podcasts and TikToks.
You could do some of the commercials as just like sponsors for like TikTok creators. Like if they get sponsored by somebody, they can like put an advertise out for themselves for TikTok on the channel for a commercial.
It'd be called TikTok News and Give Me Money. That would be the name of the channel.
It's a bit long.
TTN ampersand GMM.
Oh god, I'd watch it.
TTN GMM. Yeah, me too.
I'd leave it on 24 hours a day. I'd just leave that TV running.
Yeah, you'd make me a fortune.
Yeah.
And then I could spend more time doing our podcast.
Yeah, right.
So, would you consider yourself a fan or a previous fan of Minecraft?
Oh, I literally was playing Minecraft this morning before you messaged me. I'm not gonna lie.
So, if you lived in the Nether, what would you build to protect yourself?
Oh, see, okay, here that's a hard question because I don't go to the Nether because I suck at Minecraft. Right? People
the Nether's garbage.
No, listen. People say that they suck at Minecraft. I actually suck at Minecraft. Like, I can't do most of Minecraft. I die climbing mountains.
We'll do a Minecraft Let's Play on the Lonely Boy Hour YouTube channel.
That sounds like a great idea.
We'll do a whole Minecraft series, or we could just make a second channel. But that sounds like it would take me a whole 20 minutes to set up.
People would literally just see me drown in water because I forgot to go back up for air and didn't know I was getting injured. Like that's my level of Minecraft. So I would probably have to build like a full like stone house and just like never leave it and just starve to death inside of it.
Yeah. Well, if you don't move, you don't consume food. So I would just build. Listen, I would just jump in the lava. That's it. Listen, I don't want to live in the Nether. So this next question here, and I don't know what this is, so I hope you might. I know Power Rangers, but if you were a Power Ranger, what would your Zord be?
Oh, I don't know Power Rangers either. I didn't catch that.
Let me look
I
up
didn't really
what a
have
Zord
television
is.
when I was a kid. I had television,
Let me see what a Zord
but
is.
not the same as everybody else. So.
What's a Zord? Okay, I'm pulling up the Wikipedia article on Zords. As a type of mecha that is often piloted by a Power Ranger, most of them being some form of animal.
Oh, well, in that case...
And they can come together. Zords have a team anytime will have a theme, such as dinosaurs, mythical creatures, or animals associated with fighting styles.
I would be a possum. Mine would be a possum, because I'm
and
both
then they all
the
come together
reference.
to build a Megazord.
A Megazord.
A Megazord, where it's just like a bunch of them all as one big super robot.
I love that.
So we gotta make a Megazord out of the two of ours. So a possum, and just to keep the theme, because I mean, listen, I'm trash too. I'm just not advertising it. So I would go for a raccoon.
Okay.
And we just
Trash
be the
panda.
weirdest looking Megazord of all fucking time.
I feel like we would look like a cross between like a mouse and a gorilla.
That'd be beautiful. Listen, it's just like it's like a raccoon upper half and then just like a possum tail that you use as a weapon. Like,
yep, and like little possum legs because possums have tiny little legs.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious. It'd be like very unstable.
What would I don't know if they have special moves, but what would your mech's special move be?
I don't have a plan here. I'm just kind of stalling for time.
Well, I know what mine would be. I know what mine would be
What would
if you
yours
want a
be?
moment to think. I would play
Yeah.
dead, and then just whip my mech tail out and just stab him in the neck, in the mech
That's
neck.
brilliant. I would jump on them on. It's usually just like a big version of the monster of the week, I think. So I would just jump at it and claw its eyes out. I would kill the monster. Normally they just fight it till it retreats. I would kill it.
Okay.
And then we wouldn't have to deal with this goddamn storyline anymore.
Right, it'd be over. That sounds like a plan to me.
That's how we do it. Okay, so next up, there's a lot. There's 32 of these, and I think we're only a little over halfway done. So I gotta do a time check real quick. Yeah, we've been going for 45 minutes. I'm gonna speed this up a little, hopefully.
Okay. Sounds like
Either that or it's gonna be a lonely boy hours.
I mean, we don't have to get through we don't have to get through the whole list.
Yeah, we can save it for part 2.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Because, you know,
Get to know us part 2.
because we don't have a lineup for a guest yet, so.
Oh, I'll get a guest on 2 weeks from now. Don't even try me.
I'm ready.
I got this. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I got this. If you want to be a guest on the Lonely Boy Hour,
Just ask Dadley Jenkins. He'll say yes.
oh, Dadley would. No,
He would
no.
do it
Here's
right
the thing.
now.
I kind of want to do. Let's get him on halfway through. No, here's the deal. I don't know. Do you drink?
I do.
Okay,
Drink.
so I turned 21 on June 22nd.
Oh, I just forget
and I would
you're
love.
younger than me.
I'm young. So what I would like to do is have Dadley on when I'm able to drink. That way we can do a drunk episode.
I love that.
So that's why I asked Dadley. Dadley said he would come on, but I want to wait till we can do a drunk episode.
Well, is marijuana legal where you are?
No,
No,
not
okay.
even not even like medically. I think I live in Nashville.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
even
gonna
medically
say
available.
when you turn 21, you could smoke on one of our podcasts.
We could do a high cast.
Yeah.
I could like go visit my friends in Oregon, and we could do one. We could do a high cast.
I like that idea. Future podcast.
Listen, guys, if you want to watch a couple of children's entertainers get fucked up, so
Our podcast.
I was looking through these discords, and someone made like a fan discord for like people that are my fans, but I have an official discord. Theirs is for like sexual topics, because those aren't allowed on my discord.
Okay.
And like there's a section to post nudes, and I was debating like posting nudes but getting like my friends to like help me, so I just have like concerning things in the background, like bloodied weapons, maybe someone who looks like a dead body off in the corner so you just barely can see it.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
But I was afraid for the BuzzFeed article. Children's entertainer nude and maybe a murderer.
I mean, that sounds like something I would definitely be. I would read that article. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
just,
BuzzFeed would make a fortune, and I would be ruined.
I mean, you would get attention. Publicity isn't always.
Liz, there's no such thing as bad press. I mean,
Right.
the Jake Paul method.
Exactly.
Throwing shade at Jake Paul, day one.
You know, you have to.
Listen,
You have to throw shade
Listen,
at Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, if you're listening, how the fuck did you find this?
Right, he's not listening. No one important is listening to this. Well, I mean, anyone who's listening to this is important, obviously. You're hanging out
Hold
with
on,
us.
I'm gonna listen to this. Are you saying I'm not? I'll have you know, young lady, I have
Listen.
37,000 followers on TikTok. I'm kind of ultra famous. I can't say it with a straight face. Ultra famous.
Okay, yeah, but you know, but how many of those are like 13-year-olds and younger?
I don't know. I do know that when they like tried to ban all of them, I did not even lose like 100 followers, which I was proud of.
But banning didn't work. It didn't work because I've got somebody who's 3 years old to comment on my video the other day, and I just blocked him because I was like, dude, you are not old enough to be looking at my stuff, even if it's PG.
Yeah. I know all of my like active followers, people who comment on my videos and stuff, by and large are over the age of 13.
Yeah. People who comment typically are.
Yeah, people. So I don't know how many like, I hope I don't have a lot of children watching me. I swear a fuck ton. If you're a child and you're listening to this,
Right.
well then you need to go to kids.lovetoknow.com and look up these icebreakers for your next extended family reunion. This video is sponsored by Love to Know. It's not. Jesus, we're gonna get in so much trouble if I keep saying we're sponsored when we're not.
It's fine. It's free publicity, and it's not even bad publicity, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've insulted them a few times, but that's not the point.
We're giving them critique, constructive feedback.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna move on now.
All right.
If you were a game console, which would you be and why?
Xbox, because I'm pretty much useless for anything except for murder games.
I'm gonna go with the Sega Dreamcast because I'm old and no one cares about me anymore.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I should have thought of that one.
Ooh, yeah. What up? Get edgy, guy. Maybe I'm the thumbs down emoji in this podcast.
You're just the explosion emoji.
Listen. I'm a lot.
I'm the skull and crossbones.
I'm like the. I want to call it the like. Crying in pain, but because you believe in something, followed by the fist emoji. You know the emoji set I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'll put it up on the visual version of this podcast.
Please do.
So, if you were a pirate, what creature would be carved into the front of your ship? I think I have a few ideas of what yours would be.
What are your ideas? I gotta think about that.
I think yours would be Burtis, personally.
Okay.
I think it should
Burtis
be.
is good.
Just throwing that ad out there. If it was me, I would want just like... I would want like a shark with a chainsaw, just to scare anyone I come near.
Oh, I love that. A shark with... that's homebrew.
Listen. Check out my new D&D campaign.
No, I like the idea of Burtis, but honestly, I think it would be my cat Karma, because
That's perfect.
He's such an asshole.
And it would really just be like, fucking these guys?
Yeah, I need that. Because he's so pretty, but he's such an asshole. And, like, Karma's a bitch, so, you know.
Nice.
I'd name the boat Karma, too. Keep with that whole roll in.
The SS Karma. Mine would be the SS Fuck Your Shit Up.
I love it.
My ship would be called something just concerning the rib cage inverter. That would be the name of the ship.
I love that.
You guys don't want to mess with the rib cage inverter. You don't want to know what they'll do to you.
Listen, if a shark had chainsaw fins or chainsaw teeth, I would literally not want to live on this planet anymore. That's terrifying.
Listen, that's how we win as pirates. I'm a genius. So if you were a robot, what would your primary function be?
I would make really bad coffee.
I like that, actually.
I would make burnt, like, underwhelming coffee. Like, it's not
because there's
horrible.
Some value to that.
Right. It's not horrible. You can't get rid of... You don't want to get rid of it, because it still works. But it's just very subpar. Very bad subpar coffee. That's
like a whole-ass episode of How I Met Your Mother, though. That's just a whole-ass How I Met Your Mother episode you described there. This episode's sponsored by How I've fucking show that like stopped filming like years ago.
Hey, you know,
they're making sponsored. We're not sponsored by them.
They're making a comeback. They just haven't announced it yet. We're
available on Hulu.
Yeah.
I know this only because I've been watching. So I think I would be a robotic dog that monitors people's voice ranges so that I obey them when I've heard them more. Just so I can be disassembled a few weeks later.
Yeah, right. Just so you can be taken apart later and repurposed.
How many suicide jokes can he fit into one podcast? I know you're asking. The answer is I am the thumbs down emoji.
Right. That's so
good. Okay. If you were a famous hero, what would you be famous for doing?
Oh, I would probably be famous for stopping the bad guy and then stealing whatever they stole.
That's lit. I think I would be famous for building an army of robotic dogs. Let's. I'm just gonna keep.
He's our mascot.
Once I have a joke. Yeah, it's. I should ask the artist because you get Burtis on your side of the table. I should ask for fucking Fido on my end.
Yeah, we need Fido. He's the new mascot. Burtis and Fido, dream team.
Yeah, listen, the lonely boy. I know the icon is almost done, but I'm just gonna have the artist change it to Burtis and Fido.
Yes, please. Oh my god.
So listen. If you ran a toy company, what would be your next great toy to sell? And I hate to do this, but I would sell robotic dogs. They left me no choice, Zoe. I've built robotic dogs.
How many questions can we answer with Fido the robotic dog? That's a
Oh god, I built Fido the robotic dog. I hate to be this guy.
No, I love that.
Okay, what would you do though?
Well, if we're gonna stick with one thing here, I would probably have I would sell toy trash pickup, like those little things that pinch the trash so you don't have to lean down. I would sell those because it would be a trash store full of trash toys to pick up trash.
That's beauty.
Yeah.
So this is time for some confessions here. If you could choose one fantastic beast to have as a pet, what would you choose? And I cannot remember a single beast from Fantastic Beasts and where to find them.
Oh, I know what they look like, but I don't remember what they're called. Nifflers. The little nifflers. Those are the ones that steal everything.
Oh, yeah, I'm in for nifflers. Let me look those up. Oh, yeah, I just looked at nifflers. I am in.
Yeah.
I am in. They're basically just like, they're just like cute platypi.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they're like mole platypi.
They like put things and they like steal like metals and like precious. I want that because I want to just be able to like put it outside and have it come home later with like millions of dollars stuffed in its little little pouch, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm rich now. Take that, Kelvin. I'm above middle class.
So my favorite Fantastic Beast was definitely the Porgs. Personally, I think they really completed Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I really feel like they were the best Fantastic Beast. This episode's sponsored by Star Wars. Go check out The Rise of Sky. God, this is the once we get sponsors, no one's gonna realize that we're actually sponsored.
Nobody's gonna believe us. We're gonna be like, oh, it's just another joke sponsorship.
My dream is to get just one sponsorship, and just like no one's gonna know it's real.
Go to J.K. Rowling's website for Harry Potter books and use the coupon code TrashZ and Noodles, and you'll get
use code Lonely Boy.
Lonely Boy, that's a better one. You're right. Lonely Boy, and get nothing off of your purchase.
They just go, why did you do this? But here's some books. Okay. So these are funny icebreaker questions. Funny icebreaker questions are a great way to get kids to laugh and start opening up. Try any of these to get the ball rolling. We should have opened with these, not ended with these, but we're gonna end with these.
Okay.
Actually, there's not as many as I thought there was. I think we can just do like an hour and a half episode and we'll be fine.
Okay.
So if you were a type of sandwich, which one would you be?
I would be a bologna sandwich with no sauce because everyone would want to throw me away.
That's because you're trash. I get it.
Yeah.
I would be. I think if I had to pick a sandwich, I would definitely be the beef and cheddar from Arby's. This episode is sponsored by Arby's.
Wait, roast beef is the best though. So I would actually, if I could,
roast beef is the best. No, okay, but like, I would be like a good roast beef sandwich with. I would pick some Arby's sauce, even if it wasn't an Arby's sandwich. I'd put some Arby's sauce on that shit.
Okay.
Just a regular old roast beef sandwich. We're not sponsored by Arby's. Please don't sue us.
Only Arby's were worried about suing us. We're not worried about any of the other people we referenced.
I'm not worried about Disney, like who I said earlier from Star Wars. If you were invisible for a day, what would you choose to do?
I would streak.
Well, yeah, because otherwise that would defeat the purpose of being invisible.
Well, no, you didn't specify I wouldn't be able to make my clothes invisible, but I would be totally naked.
Love to know. You need to get better at answering putting these questions up.
I would get totally naked, and I would go to the White House and just walk around naked, just to know that I could walk around naked at the White House.
Because who's gonna stop you?
Right, nobody is. They can't see me.
So this one again, this is for children. So if you were a ghost, if you turned into a ghost, who would you haunt first?
I don't know.
I've done it. Zoe, I got it.
Who?
I would haunt my robotics teacher for disassembling Fido. I've done it. Just haunt the crap out of them. I would just have their dog float up.
Oh, I don't even have a response to that. That's so good. I would haunt you, Kelvin, because then we could still do our podcast.
Yeah, that would be a great podcast. Like, yeah, hi, I'm the Noodle Doodler. Joined today from the grave, Zoe, aka Trazi, and I have like one of those mics from like Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
I feel like I just made that one up, but the one where they find ghosts, but not actually.
Are you talking about the ones on YouTube?
No, I'm talking about the like TV show.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what they're called. I know what you're talking about. Those things.
Good old ghost yoinkers.
Then it would really be the Lonely Boy Hour, because it would just be you talking to a dead person.
And then I wouldn't hear you, so I'd have to just like until I went to edit it.
Yeah.
And then I would just have like your voice just like this, very quiet. Like
I get really close to the mic and just whisper ASMR in your ear.
You're listening to the Lonely Boy ASMR podcast. That was probably the easiest part of this entire podcast to listen to.
Probably.
So
we're gonna get requests from anyone who's actually listening to this and be like, "Hey, we need more ASMR Lonely Boy podcast."
We can do an ASMR episode where we're just whispering the whole. We'll get like a guest on who does ASMR, and we'll just do ASMR episode.
There's ASMR people on TikTok. We could totally find.
Are there? I'll find them. We'll find someone.
We'll find someone. We can have them teach us how to do ASMR, and then we'll just do an episode.
We'll have to turn on stereo so that all of our audios we can hear on like left and right ear as well.
Yes.
Because conveniently we have the same microphone, so I can just tell you what to do.
Right.
I assume you also know how to do stereo on your microphone.
Oh yeah, I've messed with this thing so much. I don't know how to use everything. Technologically inept, but it's pretty straightforward.
So you know how to use everything on your microphone, right?
Mostly.
Yeah, you know how to mute, you know what gain is, and you know how to use the different sound settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So this next one is, would you rather live in a house of cheese or cookie dough for the rest of your life?
Oh, they both would go so bad if it was warm out. I'd have to live in Alaska so they wouldn't go bad. Let's stay cold. Cookie dough, because I wouldn't mind eating. Cheese just smells. Like, I would feel like I don't want to smell like cheese all the time. But I was going to say the same thing,
so now I got to think of something new and creative.
That's still your thing. That's what happens when you ask me first.
Hold on. I would get cheese because I feel like it'd be easier to roll around on if you were Fido, the robotic dog. I'm really forcing these, but I'm ready. Cookie dough, you might sink in.
How many times could you mention Fido the dog before, the robotic dog before the joke is just done? We just.
Listen, until Walmart shelves have Fido the robotic dog, I ain't resting. Would you rather be carried around by a sweaty giant or a stinky dinosaur?
Oh, neither. Oh, I don't want either of those. Dinosaur, because they're extinct and no one would believe me anyway.
I would take a dinosaur too, but that's just because, like, I can plug my nose and I still have a fucking dinosaur.
Right. Right. You just have to, like, get surgery and remove all of your sense of smell and then just ride your dinosaur.
So if you were a piece of candy, how would you avoid getting eaten, Zoe?
That's easy. I would just be one of those cherry-flavored cough drop-looking things. Like, we
had similar answers. I was going to be black licorice.
Yeah, because then nobody would eat me.
So, I'm already going to put the explicitly warning on this, but I just need you to know that my natural instinct was to be sweet and go, oh, I would eat you. I'm sorry.
No one else wants to.
Oh. Jesus. We already have the explicitly warning. This will be fine.
It'll be fine.
Okay, we're down to our last category, which is random icebreaker questions. Using icebreaker questions can make new situations less awkward, more fun. Kids tend to enjoy answering creative, silly questions. Give these questions a go. This is our last section.
I'm ready.
If you could build a house out of anything, what would you choose?
Is it bad that I want to be really boring and just be like gold? I just want to build a house out of gold, because then I can just chip away some and get above that middle class.
So nice. So this is gonna be my second to last time doing this, I promise. My house would just be a giant interior to a gigantic Fido the robotic dog.
I thought it would be funny.
I looked through the last questions and I found one more I'm going to use it on. No, But in reality, I'd make my house out of wood because I'm not insane.
Listen, a gold house though, you can just chip away at it and
I'll
sell
take a
parts of
fucking
your house.
listen. So here's the deal. I'll just like make a uranium house and then sell it entirely. It doesn't say I have to live in the house. I could just sell the house.
You're right. We just implied that you're gonna live there. Besides, if you had if you had a wood house, termites.
Oh, true. I can make a house out of So I'm a fan. Listen, here's how you get the views on TikTok. I'll make the house out of. You think I'd remember the periodic table in preparation for this joke, but I don't. So I would. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look at periodic table real quick. I would
you just
make
gotta remember
a house.
the element song.
There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen,
Love
oxygen,
that song.
nitrogen.
Also,
and
Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. Great song.
I think I would go with. I'd make a house out of francium. That way I could just drop a gallon of water on it and it would explode, and I can film it.
Oh, yeah.
For this TikTok.
You'd be TikTok famous on one video.
Yeah, well, I was already TikTok famous on one video.
I have a lot of videos that have gone viral. Actually, well, viral
me
is
too.
in like more than 10,000 likes.
Yeah. I was talking to people. I was like, oh, you gotta like work hard to get famous on TikTok. And I was like, actually, come to think of it, 2 weeks in, I think I got a viral video, so I didn't have to, but you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm funny and attractive.
Yep, exactly. It's all
Which
about
is
the
all.
looks.
You need at least one of those two things to be popular on TikTok,
Yep.
and I'm not hardcore either, but I'm enough of both to make up for it.
Well, see, I'm not funny at all. I'm good looking, and that's why people show up my page. And then they tell me it's a lie.
You're adorable. It's all thirst follows.
It is. It's all thirst follows, and I'm okay with that. You know what?
That was
easy
listen,
follows.
Listen, that was why I wanted to start a podcast, was actually to see, will you marry me?
You might have to fight.
Listen, we're both in relationships. I know.
I'm gonna say you might have to fight my partner. She's pretty territorial.
It'll be a legal marriage. We're not gonna. I don't like you that way.
Legal. So we could share taxes.
It'll be for publicity for the podcast. Like once it gets more popular, we can like do a live streamed wedding.
Okay.
And instead of like a kiss the bride thing, we're just gonna like fist bump.
Well, I have a real question though. Do you have a good health insurance?
I don't, but I could probably get some if I tried.
Well, it's sold then. If I can get...
Yeah. Shit, Alden. Here, listen. If you marry me, I can make you middle class. So.
Oh, that's a good deal, actually.
I'll be your middle class sugar daddy.
I'm here for it.
God, I mean, I'm just hoping by now that we just ran out of listeners, so no one listens to this.
This is the best
part. My partner is gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck were you talking about at the end there?"
Oh wow, your partner will actually listen to this?
I hope, but I don't think so. Let's be honest.
My partner will be like, "Yeah, I listened to it." I'll be like, "Oh, what's your favorite part?" She'll be like, "The beginning." She'll listen for like the first 10 minutes, and then she'll be like, "Meh."
Yeah, actually, can we just turn this into a podcast where we talk shit about our partners, and then because like they're gonna say they're listening, but they're not.
Yeah, but we have to like make the first like half an hour solid content. Because they're gonna probably listen that much.
Listen, we're an hour and 10 in, I think, roughly.
Yeah.
So listen, if they're still listening, honey, if you're still listening, let me know and I'll buy you ice cream.
I'll go get you some Sweetwaters, babe.
If you say the words, if you say the words Fido and Bertus in the same, just be like, hey, honey, come up to me and be like, Fido Bertus, I will buy you ice cream.
Yeah. I'll buy her crack cookies from Meyer.
Okay.
Take her to Red Lobster or the Blackstone restaurant. She likes that.
All right, there we go. So we'll report back 2 weeks from now or whenever our next podcast is.
Yeah.
I guess it would be 2 weeks from whenever this uploads. I just don't know from when we're recording.
Right.
And if they listened, we'll report.
Yes.
Okay, so if you could live on any planet, which one would it be and why?
Earth, because I can't actually survive on any planet.
I was gonna say Earth, so I don't die, you dingus.
Oh, right.
I'm not from fucking like Umbrella Academy. I can't live on the moon.
Actually, I would live on a Pluto because it's not a planet, and so everyone forget about me. You know?
No, hold on. I don't want that much hate. Remember when, I don't know if you saw, I made a video where I talk about Pluto not being a planet, and I was fucking like, I was baptized by fire in my comments section. It was rough.
See, I see Pluto is a planet to me, but
no, here's
science
the
says
deal.
Otherwise.
Now, Trazi, here's the motherfucking tea. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit.
I know, that's gonna be great.
Anyway, but here's the tea. Pluto isn't a planet, but that doesn't mean it's not cool. It doesn't have to be a planet to be cool. I think making it not a planet makes it cooler because there's less cool things in space that aren't planets.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's just not a planet.
It's not. It's a fucking cool little thing.
It's like a rock in space. It's an ice rock.
Dwayne the Pluto Johnson. That's a meme for the. Listen, if any of you make memes, can you please Photoshop Dwayne the Rock Johnson's face into the side of Pluto?
Please.
And send it to me. I will shout out whatever you want me to on an episode.
You know what? Way easier. Just Photoshop Pluto onto Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah. Either way, whatever you want to do, I will shout out whatever you need me to.
Please, if you make memes or fan art or literally anything to do with the Lonely Boy Hour podcast, I will love you forever.
I will that'll be in our Patreon. Like
I'll print out if you send me a picture of your face, I'll print out a picture of your face and wear it over my face while I do the podcast.
And there'll just be like one episode where we just both do that. And it's the video version, the only video episode.
Yeah.
What's the grossest food you've tried?
The grossest food I've tried. See, here's the thing. I love all food because I love food. Because I love food. But the worst food I've ever had, and I'm sorry, babe, I'll buy you something if you actually hear this. My partner made French onion dip, like French, what is it? Onion dip soup or whatever that is. It's like onion soup, and then it's got like a piece of bread in it, right? And the bread was so soggy that it just turned to like literal particles in this. It was so bad. Like, and I ate all of it because I love her so much, and I didn't want her to feel bad. But it was the worst thing I think I've ever eaten, ever.
Aww.
It was absolutely terrible.
Oh, so, luckily, my partner's never cooked for me ever.
Well, you have Blue Apron, so you don't have to.
Yeah, who needs it? With the simplicity of Blue Apron. God, Blue Apron better sponsor us eventually. We're doing so much for them right now.
Listen, we're just turning into Jacksepticeye with this whole Coke sponsorship thing. It's never going to happen, but we always shout them out.
Listen, Blue Apron. So if you're listening to this, like, and it's 80 episodes in and we have a Blue Apron sponsorship, go to blueapron.com/lonelyboy. Just the eventual sponsorship is what that's called right there.
Right.
blueapron.com/lonelyboy.
Get your first 2 months
you might
free.
get. No, that's definitely not what they offer. Right now, it's like $20 off for your first 3 weeks. So it's $20 off the first week, the second week, and the third week.
I just want a free box.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, that's all. Listen, if you send her a free box and you send me money, I already have your service. Okay, but the worst food I've ever eaten, I don't know exactly what it is. It's from Hawaii, and it's called poi, and it was just downright disgusting. Poi. And if you're from Hawaii and you like poi, I don't give a fuck. I don't.
How do you spell it?
Every time,
Poi.
POI. It's like it's a ground up root, I think, and it's just the grossest.
I'm looking at images.
It was just, look it up. It doesn't even look appetizing.
It looks like a purple, pudding.
It's gross.
Oh,
it is just. Listen, and every time I tell like someone from Hawaii I don't like poi, they're like, "Oh, it's so good." And I'm like, "No, fucking isn't. Shut up."
Is it from like a fruit? What is it from?
I think, like I said, it's from. I think it's called like a taro root or something. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, a taro root. Yeah, you're right. Peeled and steamed with water. What? Oh, I like most food, but that doesn't look appetizing to me. So
this next question, and I think you know what I'm going to answer, but what animal do you think is the most unique and why?
It's obviously Fido the robotic dog. So.
Fido the robotic dog, because he's capable of learning your speech and obeying you the more time you spend with him, like a normal ass dog. But he's a robot.
Right, you don't have to take him out to go to the bathroom or feed him or like give him love and affection. You can just talk to him.
So if we ever branch out of TikTok guests and get other guests, Michael Reeves, if we've invited you on and you're just listening to the whole podcast,
I love Michael Reeves, and I need.
If you could build me a new Fido, I would love you. I'll pay you.
Yeah. It would be so much better than the one you made. No shade thrown.
Oh yeah,
but like,
listen, I can't beat Michael Reeves. Like,
if Michael
he was
Reeves,
actually on a podcast I listened to recently, and that made me really happy.
Listen, if he ever heard this, Michael Reeves, I want the Screaming Roomba, please.
Oh, the one that has iDubbbz voice screaming.
I want that so bad. I need that in my life.
Elmo.
No, the Trigger Me Elmo is great, actually.
Okay, are you also going with Fido the robotic dog?
Yeah, that's my answer. I have no other answer for you. That's fantastic.
So I know that we talked about this before we started filming or recording. How do you feel about cleaning your room?
You know, I like cleaning when it's not my stuff.
I like having things clean. I don't like cleaning, but I'm willing to do it for the payout.
Right. I like cleaning other people's stuff because this is the chaotic evil in me, right? Because my mentality is if I clean your room, I get to reorganize it and you will know where nothing is.
Oh, I hate that. I hate you as a person after you say that.
No, it's great. But I'll know where everything is.
Welcome to... I hope you all enjoyed the last episode of the Lonely Boy Hour. Unfortunately, Zoe and Kelvin got into a big fight. I will not be continuing.
I just listened to a podcast today that stopped halfway through and started up 3 days later, they said, because they got in a huge fight and had to not have a podcast for 3 days to cool down about it. And I was like, that's awesome. That's beautiful. At least they came back, you know?
So one of the podcasts I listened to, I remember a few weeks ago, they did an episode, and it was 2 weeks without an episode, and I couldn't figure out why. And then it turns out that, they went to the casino, lost a bunch of money, and then all got really sick. And they filmed the first half before they went to the casino, and the second half a week later.
That's awesome.
It's beauty. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go, and who would you go with?
I would probably go to Universal Studios with my best friend, Justin. If you don't know, Justin is also on TikTok. He's Today Just This Justin. Today This Justin. He's great.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think I know him. I think it just sounds like a good username. That's why it's in my head.
Yeah, it's a good username. So.
I was about to do another Fido joke, but I'm above that. I promised only 2 left, and I did 2. So I think I would go. I would go to. Let's go to anywhere in the Middle East with my podcast buddy Zoe, because that'd be content and a half right there.
That would be content and a half. That would be more than the Lonely Boy Hour. That would be the Lonely Boy hours, days.
Of us just a 24-hour live stream of us in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would not the Middle East, but I would go. I'd be a great if this goes somewhere. I would love to go places with you.
I would love to.
The lonely. Yeah, we just go on little adventures.
If we have to fly, we could do flight podcasts.
Oh yeah, we could do in-flight.
That would be fantastic.
I'd have to fly to you, then we'd have to get on the plane, and we'd have to put the drink holders down and record a podcast on a fucking plane.
No, better yet, I fly to you, we road trip back to mine, and then we fly. So we have a podcast of us road tripping for no other reason, just to have the road trip podcast. Then also
the Lonely Boy road trip hour.
Yes.
So. I listen. When was the last time you laughed really, really hard, and what happened to make you do so?
So I like to watch compilation videos. Specifically, like to watch fail compilation videos. Yeah. There was one of these videos on the fail compilation video where this person was doing ASMR, but their voice cracked really bad, and I don't know why. My brain was just "This is so good." Because they were. I was like, "How does your voice crack while you're whispering?" I've never heard of that. And then it's so good.
So
I was so proud of that moment.
So the last time I laughed really hard, I was at an extended family gathering, and I was talking about Fido the robotic dog. Sorry, and this was fun. No, I was trying to think because most of the things I laugh at are really dumb inside jokes that I could not explain in a way that would make people think it's funny.
No, those are the best things to try to explain though, because nobody will get it.
Let's think. So this is going to be great out of context because the person I have this inside joke with listens to the podcast. I promise I'm not racist. Is the sentence, Asian app, Asian babies. It just makes sense.
That's good.
Yeah, no one's going to know what that meant, but it makes me laugh every time.
I love that.
It comes up. So that is the end of the questions.
I have a question for you.
Oh, really?
How warm is it in your closet right now?
Listen, I'm sweating a lot.
Yeah.
Like I took a shower before the podcast because I wanted to smell nice for this audio-only podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to take another one because I am just covered in sweat. So if you want to help me get out of my closet, go to patreon.com/lonelyboyhour. I hope that's the name of the Patreon. I was building it earlier. I'm working on it. I need the icon and the cover image still, so I'm waiting on the artists, but
that's awesome.
I will have that stuff before, I literally have it up. Yeah, if you want to go to patreon.com/lonelyboyhour so we can spend money on equipment so I can soundproof my room instead of sitting in my closet.
Yeah, that would be
fantastic. You can do that. If you want to give us $1 or you want to give us all your money.
All the money.
Listen, maybe we're underestimating our fans. And maybe they'll all donate thousands of dollars and we can quit our jobs and become podcasters.
You know, I would love that. I would love to quit my job.
Listen, me too. I work at a gas station. I don't know if I've mentioned that a lot.
I yell at college students for a living. I yell at college students for living in the halls. No, it's horrible because I have to deal with the parents afterward. The parents are like, how dare you yell at my adult for doing this thing?
Because I used to have a job at a theater where my entire job was yelling at actors and I loved it.
No, I work for housing at a university, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Yeah, it's not a good time. I love my job. I love my job. What am I talking about?
We don't have a lot of segments on this podcast because it's the first episode, but I did talk to you about doing a song recommendation. So do you have one, or do you want me to start?
I have a song recommendation, but it's kind of, I guess it's kind of an older song, but
I want that shit that no one's gonna immediately think of.
I mean, mine's probably people who know rock, like punk rock, they probably know, but the band is Stand Atlantic, and the song is Lavender Bones, and that is the song I scream in my car when I'm angry at someone.
I don't know that song. I'm gonna look that up right after. I'm gonna put that in my notes right now. So I'm putting that in. My song. So there's this band I love more than almost anything. They're pop music, but they do pop music right. They're called AJR. And have you listened to the new Panic! The Disco album, Pray for the Wicked?
Yes, of course I have. I have it on vinyl.
Their entire genre is that type of pop music.
Okay.
And they just released a new album a week ago from the time we're filming this. And it's called Neo Theater. The entire album is fucking great. It's got a lot of good tunes and it's got a lot of sustenance to lyrics. I recommend the first song on the album, Next Up Forever, because it's a fucking bop.
All right. 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
What?
I looked it up just now. No, I just looked it up.
It's a great song. You should fucking listen to it. It's beautiful. It's about not wanting to run out of new experiences.
Okay.
And it's.
Oh, sorry.
Well, there's the beginning. There's a teaser.
There's a teaser. You can go listen to it, everybody.
Your eyes are open. Oh, there's a little bit of singing in this now. I was trying to go the whole podcast without singing, and I didn't. I tried. So that's, let's see. If you guys would like to recommend a segment to the show, you can do so by emailing us at gmail.com. At lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. I don't think it's the Lonely Boy Hour. I need to double check.
It's just gmail.com. Just send all of your stuff to gmail.com.
Just harass Gmail themselves. They'll love it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't harass Gmail. Gmail, don't sue us. I don't want to be sued by Google. I don't want that in my life. They're too powerful.
Listen. Yeah, it is just lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. If you want to send us suggestions, any feedback, legal threats, illegal threats.
Sue me.
Yeah, sue us. If you'd like to sponsor us, Even if it's just like sponsoring your art page. I don't give a shit. I'll sponsor anything.
Yeah. I
So
love that. And if any TikTokers are listening to this, any creators on TikTok, and you'd
like to be a guest,
yeah, just send us an email. Let us know.
or if you're friends with either of us, just message us at all, and we'll probably put you on without question.
Yeah,
we love you.
Or you could like follow us on our pages and comment all over our videos, or make a video on TikTok being like, "Hey, I want to be on the podcast."
I'm worried that like it's gonna be a bunch of like 12 subscribered, very cringy channels that are like, "Hey, put me on your podcast," because I don't want that. I want like people who at least have decent content, because if we just bring a bunch of like really bad content. Or like no offense to people who are new, but most people who don't have a lot of followers, it's because their content isn't that good, or they just started.
Right.
I don't want, because the entire one of the big reasons we did this, when I was talking to Trazi about it during one of my live streams as a joke, was that we want to like have better representation of TikTok, because there's such a bad rep for it. Because like you've spent an hour with us, and despite talking about Fido, the robotic dog, we've been pretty fine.
Exactly. Yeah. See, we reserve the right to offer invitations on the show based on content and follower count. That's I feel like that's within our rights. So
I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, they didn't let me on because I only have 2,000 followers, or I only have 20 followers," and I'm like, "No, we didn't let you on because you didn't like your stuff."
Right. I'm a content first person. I follow people who have like one follower on TikTok. I like content, and that's what I follow.
There's this guy, and he hasn't made a lot of videos, and I'm gonna shout him out in our podcast, so I hope he listens. His name is Jippy the Giant, and I was his first follower, and I think this man is hilarious.
I'm ready for it. I'll have to go check him out.
I mentioned him in one of my most recent videos, and I tag him in the comments if you want to go to check it out.
I will.
But Jippy the Giant, I think he's hilarious. He's only made a few videos, and he's been at this for about as long as I have. And he deserves more than he's got. So I'm going to do one final shill, because I've been doing all of it just separately. So if you'd like to email us, you can do so at lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. If you want to support us so we can buy new equipment, maybe soundproof my room, whatever you need, whatever we're going to need, you can do so at patreon.com/lonelyboyhour. You can check us both out on TikTok at Trazi, Trazhie, for Zoe. And then for me, I am the Noodle Doodler, THENOODLER, DOODLER. I don't have an outro, so how do you want to end this?
Just have a good day, and keep a lookout for Fido. The robotic
we
dog.
gotta listen. So here's how we're gonna do this. Every episode we need like a catchphrase to end with. So I think mine should be get yourself tested, and yours should be hydrate or dihydrate. Just like 2 important lessons for both of our age demographics.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, get some water, trademark, and hydrate or dihydrate, kids.
Yeah, and always get tested, yo. Bye.
Bye.